great win for us to be 22-9, 14-6 in the league. It's an outstanding season, regular season for us. 9-1 at home in the league. I can't say enough about the improvement this team has made. One of the most improved teams we've ever had here in 10 years. And the upperclassmen got Boogie Ellis, probably the most improved player in the Pac-12. The freshmen and sophomores really grew up this season, and we're always led by Boogie and Drew, our two seniors. So it was a great way to go out senior night to make it interesting at the end. Every game we played with Arizona State is always close, and they usually end with some kind of shot in the last 30 seconds, or even sometimes at the buzzer like today. So Arizona State is an outstanding basketball team. I think they definitely deserve to make the NCAA tournament. They're playing really well. Just beat Arizona on the road last week, and I think they're as good as any team we've played this year. They're very good.
Seems like they were shooting pretty poorly at the stretches of the game. What were they able to do to stick around?
Well, we made some mistakes, a couple turnovers, and then Kobe missed a dunk, and Reese got a technical foul, and so when you do those little things in the last 3-4 minutes of the game, that adds up, and it added up and allowed them to get back in.
What did you think when the ASU shot to tie went up before the buzzer sounded?
Well, we were trying to foul them. We didn't do a very good job of that. So we didn't quite foul them, and I thought it was 50-50. Horn was the guy that shot it, and he was the guy that was scoring all the points for him. And I really didn't think much when that ball was in the air because it looked like it was on line, but I didn't have a great angle because I was kind of a side angle. But it looked like it had a chance. But Horn's a good player, and they're very dangerous.
Drew's obviously not 100%, but what was he able to give you tonight that just to keep him in the games for so long?
Well, I think he still had 3 assists, 2 block shots. He had 5 rebounds. You know, he's our second leading scorer. He's our leading rebounder. He leads us in assists, and he's become a much better defender. Now, he wasn't himself tonight. He was probably I don't know if he was 60 or 70, 80%, somewhere in there. You could see he didn't have his explosiveness, but this is senior night. He's never missed a game in his college career, and I didn't think he was playing. None of us thought he was going to play. So for him to deal with the pain and go out there and play 31 minutes and help us win, that was just a really tough senior night. He showed a lot of heart and toughness.
What changed for him for his status to?
Well, his back felt a lot better, and he did some therapy today. And he'd been doing a lot the last few days because he probably shouldn't have played against Arizona. He wanted to, and then we took him out in the first half. I thought he was done. Then he wanted to come back in the second half. He probably should not have played against Arizona. Probably should have just sat that one out. But we have 4 days off now, or 4 days before we play, and then we don't play till 8:30 on Thursday, so really 4.5. So we hope to get healthy. We've had so many injuries this year, with Vince being out half the season, and then Josh and Reese being out for 3 weeks, and now Drew and Vince again. You know, to be 22-9, 14-6 in the league with not a full roster most of the season, give our guys a lot of credit.
The bench was a little shorter tonight. Anything wrong with Malik Thomas?
Malik has a family situation, and he had a loss in his family. So Malik is a wonderful person, and he is a really a great teammate. You know, we all love him. So he'll be back for the tournament next week, and then we hopefully we'll have a full roster, everybody healthy.
You had 23 points from the bench tonight. How huge was that?
That was big. Trey White played great basketball, 13 points, 7 rebounds. Kijani Wright played his best game as a Trojan, just a lot of energy, rebounding defensively. And then Osiah Sellers made a big 3, and then Harrison Hornery came in and gave us four big points. And those guys, we outscored their bench, I think 26-6, something like that, or someone said. But that was a big part of the game because those guys don't get steady minutes throughout the year. They're thrown in sometimes and taken out for you. So for them, those 4 guys to perform like they did tonight was a huge reason why we won the game.
Both Boogie and Drew came here as transfers. Obviously, have made a mark on this program. What, in your words, I guess, have they meant to this team these last couple of years? Well,
Drew's been with us 3 years. The first year went to the Elite 8, and he was a starter on that team. Last year, around 26 games, and he was a big part of being ranked in top 25 all season. Now we're 22-9, and So that's pretty impressive. Have single-digit losses 3 straight years for a guy, and Boogie joined us, and this was a really impressive season for Boogie Andrew because we had no experience. These guys, the other guys, have never been relied upon to play big minutes, to start, to play starters minutes, to be relied upon every single game to win a college basketball game. And we knew that it would be a little challenging in the beginning of the year because Boogie and Drew were the only guys that had that experience. And that's why it's so impressive how they led our team by example, but also every day in practice and in the games we really relied upon. And the other guys improved a lot, and I think you saw that with quite a few of our players.
How big is winning this game I know you don't look at the projections, but just the fact that now you maybe don't have to make a statement in the Pac-12 tournament like you maybe would have if you had lost to Arizona and Arizona State. Does this take a load off at all going into next week?
Well, I think as competitors, you want to win every game. My opinion, at 22-9 with the schedule we've had, some of these teams some teams don't have a high major win all year or one quad one. So you can make cases for if you really want to. You can make cases for a lot of teams to make it and a lot of teams not to make it, and it depends on. So we try to just focus on what we can control, and that's to try to win basketball games. Our conference is very good. It's always underrated nationally. Teams get better in our league throughout the season, including us. And we're in 3rd place in the Pac-12 at 14-6. And so some of these teams are 3, 4, 5, 6 games under 500 in their league, and other teams haven't played the schedule, or they don't have to go on the road to the mountain trip or the Oregons, and so I think our team deserves to be in the tournament, and I do think Arizona State deserves to be in as well as and we'll see in Vegas because there's a lot of teams in Vegas that are playing well. Oregon's playing well. Washington State, it was much better than the record early, and I think they just won 5 in a row or 5 out of 6. And so I think once we get to Vegas, it's going to be anybody's tournament. I think you have to play every night and get it done.